Hello y'all, welcome back to my channel, everybody. I'm sorry. Today it's just gonna be a simple video. I don't know how long it's gonna be because I don't have that much time, but today I'm just gonna be doing a little get ready with me. I'm just getting ready for work. I just want to talk about some things that have been on my mind, and honestly, you know, maybe just show some makeup products. A nice plain and simple get ready with me. That's just what I'm in the mood for right now. Just a few things have been on my mind recently, and a lot of it has to do with like work ethic and like how people find what they want to do for a living, like the rest of their lives. It's just a lot has been on my mind like that lately. I'm a 20-year-old and I kind of don't know what I want for my life. And oh my god, I graduated when COVID happened. That was literally my senior year, my lucky senior year. Kind of went to shit, and it makes me feel kind of like I got rejected almost by like the universe. Obviously that wasn't the truth, but that's just kind of how it felt in the moment. So I really kind of just didn't know which direction I wanted to go. I kind of only wanted to go to college just for my parents, which is a bad reason to go to college. So I decided to not follow through with it, and I got accepted into a school in New York, but that was also before COVID. And you know, if I were to take that opportunity, I would be quarantining in a dorm in college in New York, which probably would have been very difficult to live through. I kind of just was hit with like a curveball. I was in a relationship at the time, so things just kind of were like up in the air almost. Everyone says that thing about high school relationships and all that, and I was just like, yeah. So when I actually went through the high school relationship breakup, it was just kind of another setback, it felt like, but it also felt like a perpetual thing that was meant to happen for me to like push for what I truly want in life, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, work ethic. So I don't know what it is. I feel there's a part of me that wishes I was just like this crazy workaholic and people literally had to stop me from working so much. Like I really wish, like a part of me wishes that it was almost a problem that I wanted to work so much. And by work, I don't mean just like working at like the basic job I have. I mean working as in like staying so extremely dedicated to like my content creation, or I was just like so obsessed with like succeeding. But like I don't know it's not something's wrong with me or anything, but there's a part of me that keeps remembering that like humans were not put on this earth to make money. Having that limiting belief like, oh, money is like this negative thing. It is a signal of freedom, and like I'm trying to figure out how to, you know, work with a more positive mindset to it. But like, you know, whenever I'm just in these moods where like, I don't know if it's procrastination, I don't know if it's just me having like a slow day or something, but like there's just a lot of days where I'm just like, I'd rather cater to myself. And I'm really trying to work on that because I love being able to treat myself and cater to myself, but I definitely feel like I notice the repercussions once I do that. And I don't know, I give myself shame and guilt for just wanting to rest when like in reality, that's what we need most of the time is rest, and we refuse to give ourselves rest. A crucial part in our development of our feminine, and I just believe that work, I know that it is what it is. We have the world that we have, but I just really wish that I could frolic around in the woods and just be free. There's just a part of me that wishes that this world was the way it was supposed to be, and that it didn't have like capitalism and like all this shit. But I mean, it does. So what can I do to convey into this life without degrading what I need in my existence? Honestly, I don't think I used the word convey correctly. It means to make an idea, impression, or feeling known or understandable to someone. I don't think that's the right way to use it, but I'll use better words next time. And I just remember that we're just skin suits on this planet that, you know, our souls decided to choose. And I just remember that every single day that I look at myself, I'm like, this is what my soul, this is the body my soul chose to be in, and what am I gonna do with it? Why did my soul feel so gravitated towards this body? And I'm trying to remember that I chose myself for a reason, and you chose yourself for a reason. Your soul felt projected to it, and you just have to remember, what are the qualities about myself that makes me so unique? Because we're all literally so different. I think about it all the time. Like, whenever I'm in public, I look at people and I'm just like, we're all completely different humans, and we all have completely different stories and completely different lives, and we're just living in each other's worlds. That's what I think about. I was getting my nails done today. Look at my nails. Ooh, cute. Ooh. And I was just looking at all the women that I was passing by, I was sitting next to, even the women that was doing my nails. I was just like, I can't believe that I am a character in your story as much as you are a character in mine. Our souls are passing each other not on accident. Like, this is all like for an intentional reason. It's weird. It's just really, really weird. It's just thoughts that go through my mind. Really, oh, by the way, the concealer I was using is the GRWM Beauty Concealer in the color medium 2 neutral. Before I put on the concealer, I'm so bad at getting ready with me's. I've had this e.l.f. Happy Hydration Cream. It's like a hemp seed oil moisturizer. I've had this for a long time. Like a long time. It doesn't have an expiration, so we're fine. Next thing I like to use on my face is this Rare Beauty blush, liquid blush in the color Happy. That's also what I've been trying to discover. What is true happiness? You know, is it having the job that you've always wanted and now you never, in quote, never work a day in your life? Is happiness just being able to be openly free in your life? What I feel true happiness is doing and creating things on the daily that doesn't even feel like you're like, oh, I have to create this today. Like, no, it's like, oh my gosh, I get to make a song today. I get to make a video today. I get to edit today. Like, things like that, and like then you get money on top of it. But I don't consider the money part the happiness part. I feel like the happiness part is being able to create what you want to create every single day. And I don't know what other people's definition of happiness is, but even if no feedback, just the self-pleasurement of, I created this, and now I can do whatever the hell else I want because I just created something that I loved. Like, to me, I reward myself every time I like create something, because I'm like, this is what you deserve for making something like that. You know what I mean? Weird theory. You don't have to agree with it, but it's a theory I created. What if, and I wasn't even high when I thought of this thought, it was just in my car driving. What if we are at our most pivotal point of creating and productivity and motivation, the time that we were born? Hear me out. For example, I was born at 11 a.m. and 11 a.m. but anytime like a little bit before, like 10:30, 10:45, and all the way to like 1 o'clock, I am like the most productive, the most active, and like I'm just doing the most. And I don't know if it's just because it's the middle of the like the beginning / like middle of the day kind of. That's when everybody gets things done daily. But like, no, I'm thinking of it as like, that's like my most pivotal point of the day. Like, if I had like an entire day off, that's the like chunk, that's where like the chunk of my day would go to being productive, and then the rest of the day would go to like running errands or cooking or cleaning or just doing something else productive, but not as in like creation productive, you know what I mean? So like, what if, like, say you were born at like 2 a.m. and you're like, oh, I'm a night owl, like I stay up late at night and like I write music and shit. Like, maybe because you were born at 2 a.m., like that time between 12 a.m. to like 3 a.m., you're just kind of like in a vibey and just like your zone, you know what I mean? So like, what if the time that you were born is just like any time in that day, that's just when you're at your most pivotal point of like creation production? So here I am editing this, and I kind of going against what I said because it kind of doesn't make sense, because time was like man-made and time can obviously be altered due to like daylight savings and stuff like that. Clocks can be wrong, therefore time is not even real, you know, like clockwork time isn't real. I guess it doesn't really make sense. The theory doesn't really make sense, but it is something to think about. I don't know, okay? I just like to splurt out things. So right now I'm using Fenty Beauty bronzer. Focus on the Fenty. And the color Island Ting. Who else is excited to see fucking Rihanna, bitch? I am so fucking excited. Know damn well she's gonna come out with an album before the show. I know it. Of course, I don't watch football. I'm only watching it for the halftime show. I've tried to care about football. Nobody wants to explain it to me. Granted, I don't ask, but like still, like I just don't understand what a lot of things mean. I don't get why people react the way they react about certain things. You know, to go back to my first topic, which is work ethic. I am not a workaholic, period. The kind of person I am is I like to do things at my own pace. I'm gonna use this mascara from L'Oreal. I actually bought it in the last vlog. And I'm gonna be applying the Lily Kiss lashes. I'm not a workaholic. I'm a person that kind of, I really do live in the moment. I live moment by moment, because if I live in an anxiety, like future-based mindset, I will just have anxiety all the time. I don't want to have anxiety all the time. I think of a present perspective, as in like, what does my body need right now? What does my soul need right now? What do I feel like I need to do right now in this very moment? I kind of live based off that. Of course I plan things, but I kind of live based off of that mindset. Like, what do I need right now? And a majority of the time, what I need in my present moment isn't to take out a camera and film, or isn't to journal, or isn't to just like do something that's like self-help. Sometimes all I want in the moment is to just relax. And I feel like that you can either listen to that and relax in that moment and then be productive when you're ready, or you can take it as like a, oh, I'd rather relax than do this, or I'd rather relax than, you know what I mean? It just kind of like depends on, when I say I don't live a future mindset, I'm not thinking about like, you know, what's the next video, what's the next idea, what's, you know what I mean? I live in a very like, okay, I think I just wanna, you know, cook some food, then I'll do dishes, then I'll edit, then like, you know what I mean? I kind of live through like the day by day kind of process, I guess you should say. I don't know if it's procrastination. I don't know if it's just me listening to my body, and I'm just like trying to love and give myself tenderness, because, you know, I'm not gonna go through the whole shebang, but like I was pretty insecure throughout my life, and like I still am. So I'm going through this self-love journey of trying to listen to myself, trying to actually take what I am saying to myself into consideration, listening to that intuition, because most of the time it's never wrong. And if all your body wants to do is just lay down, then that's what I'm gonna do. Like, I'm just gonna lay down. And if all I want to do is just listen to frequencies and read a book, then I'm gonna listen to frequencies and read a book. Like, or if I just want to take a nap, I just take a nap. Because, like, you know, there's so many moments where I'm so tired and I really want to just, like, nap it out. But then I already know, like, there's shit that I have to do. So if I were to lay down and nap, like, my heart beats really fast because I'm like, I know I have shit to do after this. I know you have shit to do after this. You know you have shit to do after this. And, like, I don't know why I just put myself through this mindful loop of, like, just pressuring myself to get up and be productive. Sometimes I just get up from the nap and I just do the shit I had to do, or I just kind of, like, breathe through it. But I feel like another thing I need to incorporate into my day is meditation. Like, I feel like that should be something that I do first thing when I wake up, because I feel a significant change in my whole inner being once I meditate in the morning. And some days the meditation goes better than others, and that's why I just need to be patient with myself. But sometimes I just don't do the meditation altogether, and it's not bad, because I do yoga and I consider yoga a sort of meditative thing, but there's nothing like the true just sitting meditating, you know what I mean? I mean, that's true meditation. Yoga is made for you to have better meditations. You know, there's a lot of moments where I'm like, maybe I should be getting ready and, like, take a bunch of photos right now. But I'm like, if I'm not in the mood for that, like, if my soul is just not in it, then it won't come out good. Or, you know, I won't like the photos, or I'll feel like that I just wasted time when in reality I should have just rested. Like, it's happened before. It's not like I just procrastinate everything and just go like, I should just rest. Like, no, it's not like that. It's like, there are moments in my life where I am, like, my body is just exhausted. My brain is kind of just, like, exhausted, and I just, like I said, sometimes I just want to lay down. But there are moments where I would force myself to obviously not lay down and be productive. And I'm not gonna say I shame myself for doing that, but a lot of people are, like, different. And my perspective is, when I do things when I'm tired and not well rested, it does not come out good. It could be completely different for somebody else. Maybe their best work is made when they're tired. When I am just purely drained, like emotionally drained, physically drained, just like my energy isn't in it, I don't create the best things. Like, it's just, it doesn't come out as beautifully as it would if I was full of energy. If I knew that the next day I know I'll have more energy because, you know, this, that, and the other. When it comes to me, I am also a female, and 2 weeks out of the month I am just, like, consumed in my head and my emotions, and my body hurts, and, you know, that's just the full realistic truth. Sometimes I just have a female moment and my body and my soul are just tired. You know what? And, like, I listen to myself and I'm like, Bailey, you deserve to rest. Go ahead. Because to me, hustle culture feels something like I have to be productive all the time, finding new ways to earn money every single day, making content, doing the work every damn hour. And I'm like, I just, like, let myself down, and I push myself down sometimes because I feel like that I don't deserve to rest, because I'm not a hustler, and I don't consider myself a hustler in a lot of ways. And this is why I feel like I need to talk to a therapist, because I need to hear another perspective of, like, Like, it's not that I'm not productive, it's just that I really feel as though my body just wants what it wants, and I listen to it. And honestly, like I said, 2 weeks out of the month, my body is consumed within itself. Like, physically, mentally, I am just all over the place. And if you're a female, obviously you get it. But if you're a dude, I mean, even if you have a wife or a girlfriend or a sister, you understand what a period is like. And I'm not degrading periods. I find them very sequential to female development and emotions. I find periods so essential, obviously, because we need to empty out the old. And like, I don't know why, I feel like men also need periods, because then they would really understand like what it is to feel shit out. Like, I feel like I'm just forced to feel shit out, point blank period. Well, my period's pretty inconsistent, so whenever it shows up, I feel all these feelings and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And then it's my period. Why did I cause a scene? So now that I'm like, you know, now that I'm getting a more regular cycle, I'm starting to recognize and I'm starting to know the signs. I've had a period for a long time. Nothing is new to me, but I'm starting to notice, I'm starting to actually notice the significance of what it does to me, instead of just kind of mindlessly being like, oh yeah, fuck that person, or I'm sad today, like what's going on. Like, now I can kind of like know these feelings and kind of base them off of, okay, well, what's the date? Okay, don't let this ruin your day. Okay, I really try to be as gentle with myself as possible, because periods make me feel insecure. They trigger my PMS to another level. How I feel in the moment half the time is that I need to lay down. I'm not a hustler, you know what I mean? It's not like I don't try my best to do things the right way. There are times where I just want to watch a show and I just put so much shame on myself sometimes. If I like binge watch a show, I'm like, you should have been doing something productive. I just say that to myself in my head. And honestly, if you're a kind of person like me that shames yourself for just relaxing or resting or just watching a good show for a couple hours, then like I'm your sign to tell you to stop doing that. Show yourself some tenderness and some love, but don't stop the grind, you know? But give yourself the pleasures of your life, but also give yourself the means that you need to push forward and propel into your desirable goals. Don't shame yourself for resting in between then, you know what I mean? Because I feel as though a lot of people have struggled with working too much and then they get burnt out and then they're forced to stop for a little bit. Whereas though I'm the kind of person that does let myself stop, does let myself rest, and I feel like it stops me from propelling, but it's not stopping me, you know? It's just me listening to myself. Does any of this make sense? If it does, comment down below. I have to leave soon. What the hell? What the hell? This just came out. My premise of this video is don't stop yourself from listening to your body. Don't stop yourself from listening to your physical needs and your mental needs. If you felt like you've been grinding for a little bit and you just need some time to yourself, then take it. You know, don't feed into capitalism or, you know, hustle culture saying that resting is weakness or something. Like, just don't listen to it. We're human beings. We are kind of put on this earth to build a community and then live in it and just rest in our daily lives and then put in the work when we have to. And that's when it's just, I'm like, I need to figure out what that balance is. And if you're trying to figure out that balance, just love yourself through it. Be tender with yourself through it. Don't shame yourself. and just don't fall into societal norms, because like, this is what everyone else does literally shouldn't matter to me, literally shouldn't matter to you at all. What I do during my day should not matter to you, and what you do during the day should not matter to me. So if you're caring about what a celebrity is doing during their day, and you're like, oh, they're being so productive right now, or oh my gosh, this person I follow on Instagram has been to so many meetings and blah, 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 and I'm just sitting in my bed. Like, just, that's when we need to turn off the phone, turn off the gram, turn off the tick, turn off the tube, and just be. And there are a lot of times that I don't let myself just be. There are a lot of times that I let myself be consumed. I really want to stop living through that lens. I want to stop living through that lens of needing to know what everyone else is doing in their life, or feeling as though my life isn't fun and eventful just because Jennifer is on a yacht right now, like, and I'm in my bed. Like, no, I don't want life to feel like that, and life wasn't meant to feel like that. Except social media got put into the picture, and now we're all comparing ourselves constantly, and that's what makes me spiral. That's what probably makes you spiral. It just kind of happens, you know? And it doesn't help that sometimes when parents make you feel certain ways, and, you know, thankfully I have very supportive parents, but not everybody does. And so I understand that, like, while you're, say, living at home, you're just doing what you can to get out of the house. But I just want you to not put that shame on yourself for not always hustling. You know, not being a workaholic is okay. And I just want you to remember that we're all on this floating rock. And I know that sounds so cliche or whatever, but if you really think about it, it's just our souls were put into these bodies for a reason, you know? And our soul knows what we need, okay? And so if our soul is in our body tells us what we need. And if our body is full of energy and says, create this content, learn, read, work out, blah, 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 do it, you know? But if your body is also telling you to calm down, take a step back, take a breather, take a day, you know, take as many days as you need, then it feels really good to know that you're that in tune with yourself, to know I should rest, I should stop, because it's starting to consume and drain me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna do my lips, but this lip liner is from Sephora. It's the color Molasses. I wouldn't say I recommend it, but it's not bad. I'm just blending it with this NYX lip liner in the color Ever, and I kind of regret getting this lip liner because it was not as dark as I was expecting it to be. I ran out of the Milani Spice, which is my regular lip liner. Putting Molasses and Ever together. Regular lip gloss, no big deal. Spritz my face with some Rem Beauty Miss Thing. I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you guys so much for listening, even if you couldn't really comprehend what I was saying, or even if you fully understand what I'm saying and you agree and you have never felt so understood. Tell me in the comments, because I actually have not heard anyone really talk about this kind of thing. I've only really heard about people having burnout. Just let me know if you relate in the comments, and even if you don't, let me know in the comments, because I just want us to create an open, positive community where we can talk about things that aren't really normalized and aren't really talked about. So yeah, stay tuned for the next video. And I love myself, and I hope you love yourself, and y'all have a great rest of your day, night, evening, what ifs.